told you that a man's background is his sum total of his life? At some point, the one that was born in dunghill and the one that have been sitting with princes will meet. Whether or not hands will cross depends on what they have been doing with themselves. But I heard David said that you have lifted me from dunghill and set me among princes. Sometimes you just see things happening. You see children begging on the streets or rolling tires in the rain and doing all those things. And you see some others in good schools and doing all that. At some point, they will meet. Who told you that when you see people like that, they are finished? Who told you? Sometimes it's people who are born in that condition that have hunger to ascend. And the process of growth forms character in them. There's nothing wrong with being born privileged. Just make sure you have sense, because you can lose all the privilege. So sometimes, if you have been crying, I wish I was born from this kind of family, I would have done this better. Stop that. When you truly look closely, you will discover that there's no disadvantage in any setting. You will not be who you are today except that you went through what you went through. And that process bettered certain characters and anointing in you that will make you see life differently and make you compassionate. Never sit down and cry and start pitying yourself. Oh, I wish. Don't wish for anything. Take responsibility with what you have in your hands. Are you following what I'm saying here? Very important. Oh, I wish my parents were together. I wish they didn't divorce. Oh, I wish I was not raised by a grandmother. Oh, I wish this, I wish that. God will never allow any man go beyond what he can bear. He will not. Settle down. You will discover that hidden in the parables of your life, a contact point of grace, things that God made available, that is the exclusive preserve of your kind, to give you an edge. You are not your background. You are not your mother. You are not your dad. You will not repeat their mistakes. You must tell yourself that God has brought you out, set you apart, because it's intentional. There's something he's doing. It's specific. It's deliberate. You may cry, but you are being formed. It is okay to cry sometimes. Some people may look at you and take advantage of you and use you and despise you. In fact, maybe you have been going through settings where everywhere you get to in life, people look down on you. Don't worry. Life is not easy for the blind. There are people that only sees when the light shines, but there are those who can spot it miles ahead. Don't get gold on the surface. You dig now to find it. But you are not going to emerge until you stop crying. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody walks in pity and change their life. People will match you where you are. They will take advantage of you. You want to share your story with everybody. Some will use it against you. So you must learn to be strong. Tell your neighbor, be strong. Look at another neighbor again and say, be strong. Sometimes some boys will come to your life and say, I like you, until he discovers the kind of family you are coming from. Just when you tell him, this is the condition in my family, he runs. That simply means that that family condition has been a system that is sifting fools from you. It may not be pleasant, but it is doing a good job. Are you with me? The devil likes to attack things from the root, because when you get anything from the root, you set a tempo for it. Are you with me? I want to try to explain what I'm saying. It is difficult to join a vehicle that is moving and drive it. The driver has to join the vehicle before it moves. When the vehicle is already moving, whoever is in charge is in charge. So the devil wants to join himself so that he can be in charge and steer the wheel of your life. That's what he wants to do. Okay? He wants to get in and create chaos. Let me say, I can't rush. Let me settle down. Let me tell you the way the devil operates. The devil is not omnipresent. He is not a man or an individual, not a man, who is causing chaos all over the world, but he's not everywhere at every time. The only way he can do so is to be strategic. Hello. Do you understand what I'm saying? They said to somebody, you have slept with a 10-year-old girl. Why did you do it? It's the devil. It's not the devil. He only created the temple. You will run with it. It's a seed. It will germinate. Because it may never have your time again. Just make sure you plant it there at the time you plant it. Don't worry, the harvest is sure.